new week where we're going to talk about one day, one, right? And today, I want to talk to you about a topic I discussed in my latest episode of the podcast where I interview Michael, right? That was a Michael Friedman on ESG investing last week, right? And I just want to carry on that, right? And look at some concept in ESG and how to effectively implement them. And today, I want to start by a topic that's one thing that you've heard about, which is carbon emission reduction, right? So ESG, as you know, has become increasingly popular in recent years. That's driven by the growing awareness of the impact of the business practices, right, on society and environment. And it refers to the three central factors that measure the sustainability and impact of a company or an organization. So, carbon emission reduction is an important concept in environmental, social, and governance, which is what ESG stands for. So, and in this video today, what we're going to do is discuss about what carbon emissions are, why they are harmful, and how company can take steps to reduce the carbon footprint. So, is it okay? Is it something you're comfortable doing with me? I'm sure you are, otherwise you will not be looking, isn't it? So, what are carbon emissions? Carbon emissions are one of the most significant contributors of climate change. So, with the rise of industrialization and economic development, human activities have been emitting large amounts of greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere. So, why carbon emission reduction it's important? I'm sure from the definition you can have a guess, right? So it's not rocket science. It kind of makes sense. So the effect of climate change, the rising sea level, the increased frequency of natural disaster, the loss of biodiversity, they already felt worldwide, yeah. And carbon emission reduction is essential for us to mitigate this effect and reduce the negative impact of the human activity on the environment. Now, as a business, you probably have this question. So, how can business incorporate carbon emission reduction into their ESG? That's a great question. Let me give you some answers. So, you probably want to be first of all measuring carbon emission because it's good to have an idea where are we starting from, what is my baseline, yeah. And once you have this baseline, you're then going to set up reduction targets. So carbon footprint assessment, they can help you identify areas of improvement and create a roadmap, right, for reducing carbon emission. So you want to be transitioning to renewable energy. For example, solar, wind. You can install solar panel on your rooftop. You can purchase as well renewable energy credit. If, for example, you're telling me that there is no way I can use my rooftop, right? Because it's so busy, the roof, that I can't see how I can fit in a solar panel system there, right? You can purchase renewable energy credit or contract renewable energy providers. Yeah. But what you can also do, you can promote energy efficiency. So, as a business, when you invest into energy efficient technology and processes to reduce your energy consumptions and carbon emissions, so that's quite effective, right? So, the kind of technology we're talking about here for energy efficiency, it's LED lighting, smart thermostat, or efficient HVAC system, or some example of energy efficient technologies that are other than the one I've mentioned. But what you also want to be doing, it's reducing your waste by implementing closed loop systems such as, for example, recycling system or composting. By reducing waste as a business, you reduce the need for new materials, which can result in reduced emission from manufacturing and transportation. That's two of the biggest polluters. You can also encourage sustainable practices. you know you can promote those practices with your employees, your stakeholders. For example, for your employees, you can encourage them to use transportation. Yeah. You also have at their disposal carpool, meaning that they don't need each of them to use a car. Yeah. So, or they can also sometimes work from home if that's you. Yeah, that's all encouraging practices that you can put in place. So those are different ways that you can tap into that. I'm hoping I've given you enough idea to understand why carbon emission is important, what you can do to reduce your carbon footprint, and how you can start implementing some ESG initiative and policies. Yeah. I see you tomorrow. We're gonna cover another topic, but you have a great rest of the week. We see you and we're gonna talk about another concept. Take care. Bye bye.